All right, I had an artist hit me up and say, I want to test your skills. And I said, all right, I'm game. What do you want? And he tells me we're blending hip hop, R&B, rock guitars. I'm like, all right, I'm game. Let's see how this thing goes. This is the story of how Jesediah and I made different kind.
I think I did too much cause I was trying to be a rock star. Kill me with your words, I see the evil in your eyes. Run around and tell me you don't need no other guys. Don't know how to trust you cause you like to make me lie.
It all started with Jesediah hitting me up with a really cool reference. Can you do anything like this? I know you play guitar, I know you play keys, you can kind of cook something up. Of course, I was like, I'll try, I'll see what we can do. So first thing, this is a guitar-based track and it's mostly built around this kind of moderately R&B chord progression. Let's check it. Sweet. So we got the guitar and then I added a basic pad, which sounds like this. And so very basic, very easy. We added a couple other things in. I'll just show you those very quickly. Something like this. So we have these pads kind of filling out the hook. You'll see why we need to get that energy up. The most important part of the track, there's this crazy guitar line, and this was basically the entire centerpiece of the beat. Jez was pushing me with my guitar skills on this one. Distorted, aggressive, almost like in-your-face rocky guitars. Let's show you what we cooked up, and then I'll show you how I did it. So break it down. First thing we got is the main guitar line, and that sounds like this. So sick. One of the coolest tracks I think I've ever been asked to create. And so let's keep going. A couple of things that we added to stack it was I added these little like breaks on the guitar as well as some feedback moments. So this is with the feedback and the rake. So let's slide down. Feeding back. Slide down. After I cooked up that sound and that tone, I was like, it's very good, but it's not perfect. So what I did was I actually stacked it with the VST, which allowed me to then get like the clean guitar because it needed to feel real. It couldn't just be like a MIDI guitar. But then I wanted some like compressed, almost MIDI sound in there. So I stacked it very gently with a MIDI guitar. Really cool. I didn't pan it, but I didn't mix it. So it's all good. They would have been panned in the end. So it'd been nice and wide. I'll try that now. Nice. So that's great. So let's go through some tone stuff, which I think is sick. So what's really cool about this one, as per usual, I used Helix Native for my effects. I used a pretty much a King of Tone replica, which is Tone Sovereign, which is super sick. It sounded great, actually. Usually I don't love digital distortions from amp modelers and stuff, but this one was doing a good work. I'll show you everything off really quickly, and it's going to sound super lame. Here it is. Actually, not bad. Okay, cool. So then stacking in, here's our first, which is so we got two delays going, simple delay, and then a mod chorus echo. I got a dynamic halt, which is basically just like a pretty nice ambient reverb. So with all that on, we got this. Quite crunchy. And then this is a free amp. Highly recommend. This was before I'd gotten Tonex and gotten my Tonex pedal. And it's excellent. And so let's turn that on. And this is where our amp's sounding now. That feels great. Then I just did a little bit of channel strip. low compression, a little bit of EQ, and we're pretty much there. You throw a little gate on there just if you need it. I've never been stretched maybe in like this way, like distorted in your face guitars is not something that I think I'm known for, where I usually would be hitting more pain, emotional stuff, more soft. And this is basically the complete opposite of that. I've sent the entire guitar package, so the L guitar folder, I've sent all of that into a 1/8 delay and a 1/4 delay bouncing ping pongs. That's adding a lot of the width for this whole thing too. So altogether, I added this guitar line as well. Just chugs, makes it simple. With the chords. It opens up here. All right. Let's get to some more fun stuff. The drums and the 808. One crazy part, Jez was like, I want hip hop R&B drums for one section. And then he was kind of asking me for like EDM kicks and snares. There's a lot of Foley on EDM kick and snares, like kind of airy, spacey, kind of trash canny sounds. We'll get to that. For now, the hip hop beat, it's quite straightforward. Here's what it sounded like. Nice and simple. Just pocket. Bass underneath. I'll show you with context. When we get to the breakdown, it gets crazy. So this is with those synth shots, this is with the distorted guitars, and then we're going EDM drums. Switch. Let's break this down, starting with the kick, which is just humongous. So much air, so much space. With the snare, it sounds like this. It's huge. Also added in just a couple additional things. This is less complicated, I think. A couple glitches in there. 808, just nasty. And your face kind of 808. Really cool. So, all together, this is the vibe. Just a gnarly Moog bass, just doing the Moog. I think what was cool about this track was how much it was stretching me. It was forcing me to go to a place that I hadn't gone to create something very aggressive and very in your face. And so I was a little bit insecure sending it out, and hearing Jesediah on it, the way that he was playing with the melodies, the way that he was interacting with the things that I had created this synergy, and the track just teleported into a brand new place, which is the best case scenario. I don't want the track to just be exactly how I wanted it to be or how I thought it would be. But when the artist comes in and completely takes it into a new place, and it just makes my beat sound even better than it did, and hopefully my beat makes their vocals and their melodies sound even better, I feel like that's when collaboration is at its peak. So with all that said, I thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching. Check out Different Kind on Spotify or any of your music listening platforms. One of my favorite tracks that I've made in the past year. Check it out, and I'll see you guys next week.